Hey guys, welcome to this general collective love reading. Today we'll delve into what is happening with your person, the one you're here for, what's going on in their mind in regards to you and this connection. We'll do a little bit of a deep dive. It is general. It's not a one-on-one reading, so please keep that in mind the entire time you're listening and use your intuition in discerning what's meant for you throughout the reading and what's not. It's very important. And let's get into it. Let's get your person's overall mental and emotional energy right now. Spirit, please show me the overall mental and emotional energy of the collective's person, the one they're here for. Okay, so mentally, 3 of Swords, emotionally, strength. So mentally, there is heartache. There's possibly things that have happened between the two of you that really hurt this person deeply. It's heavy on their mind, and so heavy on their mind, they feel it in their emotional body. And strength. With this, I am seeing a lion, and in this I'm getting that this lion is masking this heartache, this hurt, this mental attack or tower or whatever this person dealt with in regards to you. They're masking it with pride and ego, and simultaneously it's alchemizing into anger. So hurt and, tell me a little bit more about that. Why the 3 of Swords and strength as the person's overall energy right now? Self-trade or self-worth trade. I feel like this person's value in some sense is based on how you see them. I think there's a feeling of rejection here on their end, and in that rejection, it feels like this person didn't really put themselves out there very far on the limb from your perspective, but according to their perspective, they went way out on a limb in connecting with you and showing you who they were. So 2 very different perspectives here. But the way in which things panned out with you, it severely affected this person's self-worth. And they are upset or angry or bitter, resentful towards you in some sense because of this. They see you as the person who essentially rated their value, which clearly and from a healthy standpoint is not the truth, right? We don't assign people their value. God does, but that's where this person is at. That's not a good feeling. How are each of you viewing the connection right now? So not individuals, but how are you each viewing this connection between you? How are you each viewing the connection? South Node, your comfort zone. Resistance, fear of the new, clinging to old ways or situations. So, from my little teeny tiny understanding of astrology or South Node is what you mastered in a previous life, a previous existence. It's your strength. It's what you have no problem in this life conquering. So the overall energy towards the connection from your perspective is this connection is pushing you outside of your comfort zone. I see this lady kind of hiding in the bushes. I'm getting that vision of like Homer Simpson, like sinking into the bushes. This is challenging you. It's knocking on your perimeter of your safety net. And you're not entirely sure how you feel about it. There is some resistance within you to it. Your person, how they're viewing the connection. Decisions. Contemplation between two paths to stay or to go. They see this as, from their perspective, they see this connection as a long road for them to travel as far as getting to you, as far as meeting you on your same level. It's daunting to them, and in some sense, they are heavily debating if they should just quit and just cut their losses and see if this connection to you falls away. So they are at a crossroads right now with what to do with you and their feelings for you. What's the strongest connecting energy between the two of you? Existing between, felt by both of you. Strongest connecting. What's happening between the two of you? Oh, man. We've got a couple. So make the effort is one. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And very soon. So there's a strong pull on each of your ends to make a move, to do something. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And this really kind of aligns with this. Clearly decide, right? This person's energy is crossroads. What to do about this? Cut ties and leave, or also step out of the comfort zone. Make the effort. It feels like both of you know that walking away from this strong connection is not something that is going to be successful. There is a knowingness within each of you that this is, there's more than meets the eye as far as the meaning goes of why you are brought together. So it looks like for you, you have illuminated insecurities within this person, within their confidence, within their value. It feels like to them, I'm seeing on this scale, money or a bag, and it feels like to me they're equating their value to their financial situation, their material situation. And this could have even been something that they projected upon themselves and then pegged it on you for doing it. Like an insecurity or a subconscious belief within themselves that they're, creating a story that you're the one who feels, but it's actually from them, their inner being. Let's see. What are you each most drawn to in the other? Strongest magnetic aspect in each of you. Strongest magnetic aspect. What you're drawn most to them is sensuality. And this isn't just for me I'm not getting that it's just a purely sexual thing. I'm getting that this person brought you alive, or brought you back to life, made you feel in ways that you had been asleep to for a long time. They made you feel things for them that you didn't think you could feel again. They brought your senses to life. And a part of you despises that because you're feeling so much, kind of like an exposed nerve. But also a part of you is grateful because it showed you that you do still have the desire to seek love and companionship. And what they're most drawn to in you, surrender. I'm getting runner and chaser. And this could be a twin flame experience. And keep in mind that's not for everyone. And that's a very rare connection. And it's, from what I understand, not a very peaceful or one that you would want to be on. But rather a catalyst connection. A connection that shows you all the ways in which you have held yourself back from love and abundance and expansion of your soul in life. So this I'm feeling as maybe this person is the runner, if that is your dynamic, and they are being forced to see that running is not the way. They see the way forward through this connection, through the lens of you, and it is through surrender. Now, if they're ready to do that, that's another story, but for me, it feels like there's an awareness that to find love and connection and everything that on a soul level they crave and want, surrender is required. Vulnerability, exposing the heart. That feels, for this person, is a very incredibly horrifying and scary thing. It feels very, very scary for them. I'm getting, what is the strongest crossing energy here? Strongest crossing that is standing in the way of expansion of each of you through this connection. What is the strongest crossing energy? Please tell me, Spirit. Strongest crossing. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And that, for at least for them, for sure, plays into this surrender. Where this person may have put fleeting surface style connections and material endeavors and pursuits and job and all that before love. This person is seeing with crystal clear clarity that life is about love. And not just romantic love, but love in general. Expansion of the soul, Christ consciousness. So, how I had said that this person sees that doorway to surrender and understands that's what's required here. If they want to pursue you, if they want to step outside of their present timeline onto a new path, that's required. And for you, success, it feels like there's an aspect of you that is holding back as well with this resistance, this fear of the new, clinging to the old ways. In some sense, I feel like you closed yourself off romantically and possibly to people in general. I'm getting kind of hermit energy with this Homer Simpson in the bush. So, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. everything's happening for you and you're exactly where you need to be. So if life kind of pushed or funneled you into that hermit, introspective energy and experience, that was for a reason. And there is certainly value that comes with that time that you spent in that introspection and kind of cutting off the outside world. So I'm also feeling that there's a fear of, what if this person on each end, right? What if this is my person? What if this person could actually really, truly break my heart? And it feels like maybe this person, like I'd said, had pursued really endeavors in life and romantically that really didn't present any sort of threat or possibility of heartbreak or losing control in the situation. And with you, that is not the case. This person feels you have definitely a strong hold and potential to crush them. And this could have been something that has come from another experience that is not healed within them, that still holds sway over their life and over their heart and emotional connections. Tell me about this in each of you. Why this success? I know that there's no greater goal than to love as the strongest crossing energy. Tell me about this, Spirit. Please clarify for the collective and their person. I'm going to leave that over here because it fell on that side. How about for the collective? Decay on the bottom. Fear of the new and the crumbling of the old. So clarifying success for you, the stag. I feel there is more of a bravery within you to approach this, but there's still that like deer mentality, right? That cautiousness, that always looking for that next thing that's trying to hurt me. There's also a regalness and a dignified way in which you carry yourself that in some sense you feel you need to keep up to be seen in a certain way. There is fear within you of this success and also this person's potential to have your heart. Because if they have your heart, what do they do with it? Will they respect it? And based on this person's behaviors before, possibly, maybe they didn't treat it with care. So there is a courage within you, and you are steadfast and ready to be open to this, but it's not without fear. So I see courage, right? That courage cannot exist without the presence of fear. You are not letting the fear stop you, but you are only one side of the equation. So this person, I know that there's no greater goal than love, and the crossing energy of success is the reflection. This seeing their self-worth, this recognition of the need to surrender. You are a mirror to this person for what it is that they need. They need to heal. They need to be aware of. A lot of what you are showing this person was completely subconscious before they were not aware of it. They were just operating, thinking they were fine and in control of life, and you showed them that there is still unhealed wounds within them that can be stirred up and felt, and that need to be addressed and healed. So in this reflection that is you, They are seeing this fear within them of opening up their heart. And as a result of whatever heartbreak they feel right now, they are resentful towards you for it. They see you as the one who instigated it or inflicted it, rather than that it was already there and you just reminded them of it. What are you being called to let go of right now? Let's get one for each of you. Through this connection, what are each of you being called to let go of? Okay, that works. So for you, you're being called to let go of being cold. You seem unapproachable because you are aloof. Try being more friendly. So there's a coldness to you in this South Pole, the South Pole coldness, in staying where you're comfortable and not stepping into the new that this person's presence is bringing within your life. You're coming off as disinterested and cold. And that also may be a little bit of you clinging to this way that you got used to being, where you were not super in tune and in touch with and feeling your senses, right? Your emotions. You were kind of cut off for that and purely in a logical, introspective, soul-searching kind of thing. But the emotional aspect of you was on pause for the moment, which is not a bad thing again. So being called to let go of cold. And I had mentioned this with this person, what they're being called to let go of is pent-up anger, right? And I had said that this lion, this hurt, this deep wound within their heart, within their mind, whatever psychological or communicative warfare happened between you two that wounded this person, it's turning to pent-up resentment and anger and bitterness towards you. And so this may have been, you may have seen this in the way that you interacted with this person. I don't know if you're communicating with them or if it's a no-contact situation, but possibly the last time you communicated, maybe it was of a more hostile or unfriendly demeanor. For them, they have unresolved feelings from their past that make them resentful towards others. And didn't I say that as well with the reflection? You are simply the mirror that showed them. And they are in a lower or less expanded consciousness where they don't comprehend or they're not seeing that yet. But on this path, this path they're contemplating taking, if they choose to walk towards you, if they choose to do this, a byproduct of that will be the clarity that comes from that. What else would you like to say? Is there any other messages about this person? Are there any other messages about this person, Spirit? Anything else? Okay, so none there. And let's get a message from Spirit. What advice do you have for the collective, or what would you like the collective to be aware of for their highest good and their greatest expansion? What would you like the collective to be aware of right now? Practice sitting in stillness, letting all thoughts subside, allowing the creativity to flow through your veins. How juicy, how ripe to sit in this place of being, in this place of practice. But tell me, is your practice becoming a chore? Is it starting to feel heavy? Another thing to check off the list? Does it seem impossible to sneak even just 20 minutes of practice into each day? When your practice feels cumbersome, simply remember, your practice knows not a container. In fact, the essence of your practice is delicately yet deeply interwoven into the very fabric of your life. So, possibly in your own pursuit, in your own expansion, and whatever you've been funneled into in your experience and your efforts to expand and grow and evolve, if you have commitments or your daily routine in doing these things that are important to you has become like a checklist or something that you kind of dread doing, maybe it's time to take a step back and redo how you do it. Come at it with a different and new approach, and keep it fresh, but still with the same objective. Perhaps come at it from a different way. So maybe spend some time revamping your practice and seeing if the areas of focus are still what's important to you, and if they're not, realigning and going at it from a different way for a different purpose. All right, let's get an angel number to close the reading out. What would you like to share with the collective spirit? (2020) Infinite potential. Your soul holds infinite potential, waiting to be discovered and brought forth into the world. The seemingly impossible is but a fleeting thought, a mere illusion in the face of your true power. Embrace the boundless essence of your being and allow yourself to soar beyond the confines of limited perception. Spread your wings. Come out of that bush, Homer. The comfort zone has nothing more to offer you, except for a short-lived period of just baseline, but eventually it will create stagnation if you stay there for too long. So in some way, maybe with your practice, figure out how you can come out of your comfort, how you can take one small step out of the confines of your perimeter. And I'm going to leave the reading there. Hopefully it was helpful for you in some way. It's timeless. And if it was, please let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. It helps my channel to grow and the algorithm. And I'm sending you guys all so much love. We'll talk to you soon.